Hello everyone, I'm Rec5,
And I'm Sandman99.
and welcome back to Diablo 2 on Nightmare difficulty.
Yeah, more swinging of axes and hammers.
That's right, and you can tell we're on Nightmare difficulty now because we suffer a resistance penalty. So even though we have, what is that, I think that says 87% fire resist, 66 or 67% cold resist, 88% lightning resist, and 45% poison resist. Well, our actual resistances are 47, 27, 48, and 5. Which I think is like a 40% penalty to resistance.
Mm.
And so that's something that happens when you're on Nightmare difficulty. So that's part of why I prioritize resistance so much, because we're going to need a lot more of it. And by the time we get to Hell difficulty, that'll be like a 100% penalty to resistance.
Well, so you'll have no resistances at all.
Or you'll just need to get over 100% resist all.
Oh.
In order to actually have resistances. But anyways.
Is that even possible?
Yep. Yeah, actually, I had a Hell difficulty character once who had 75% resist all, even with the resistance penalties. It's perfectly possible.
I see you still have your Act 2 retainer.
Yep. Yeah, he stays with us as well. Yeah, it looks like most of the weapons are all just crap still. We'll have to see if she sells something a little better at some point, because she's selling some advanced things that she doesn't normally sell on normal, and she'll continue to sell some advanced things that she doesn't normally sell on normal, but she'll also sell some things that are just total crap, total useless to us too, right? So, I guess it is what it is.
So we're back at the beginning of Act 1 again.
Yep, and
So
we've got to go...
like deja vu all over again.
And we've got to go do the Den of Evil. Town exit is on the north side this time. That's randomized as well. It can be on either the north side, the west side, or the south side.
Oh.
That thing did 50 points damage to me just now.
Oh. Now there's two of them.
Yeah, we have to wait until our hireling gets hit, or else he won't activate his aura there.
Oh.
He'll activate it eventually. At some point.
The big axe swings.
Yep. Oh, these zombies actually would probably be better done in by the mall.
Uh-huh.
Because the mall does extra damage against undead, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that it makes that big of a difference. Looks like our hireling finally activated his aura. I have a full belt? Yeah, I do, so I can drink that. Thankfully, those things don't have the stun effect that the Yetis in Act 5 do. Where they stun you over and over. That was really annoying. Okay, where's the guy? Gotta kill that guy. Or he'll just keep resurrecting these guys. So we're level 46 right now. We're not really going to get anything worthwhile in terms of, like, level gain from being in here, but, I guess that's fine. We'll still get the skill point for doing this quest, so it's still worthwhile doing. You get a free skill point for doing this quest.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Hmm. Wow, there's like a whole gang of them there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stretch them out over this way. So that I can get behind them. So that I can kill the shaman. Because there's a whole bunch of shaman over here. I think there's another one up north, too.
You're going, ow, that hurt.
Yeah, well, everything hits pretty hard on Nightmare, as you can see, right?
Yeah. Be just like Earthworm Jim. Ow!
That's an oldie.
Yeah. Used to have that for the Super Nintendo. Earthworm Jim.
Yep.
Another one of those frustrating platform gamers. Game things.
You're not a big platform game fan?
No, well, those used to be the most common kind of games because I guess they're probably the easiest to make or something, right?
I think it was more like older systems could do tile-based graphics and hardware scrolling. And so those two types of hardware features facilitated, like they kind of tailored themselves towards that type of game. Especially since older machines used to be a lot slower.
Yeah. But anyway, there used to be a lot of platformers out back then, like the Earthworm Jim was one, the Crash Bandicoot games were another one. Of course, if you were a Nintendo fan, all of the Mario Brothers related stuff and all the spin-offs of that. Right?
Yeah, I played lots of those kinds of games.
Yeah. Even toward the end of that particular era, I guess the Ratchet and Clank games, even though you could shoot things too, right?
Yep.
But they were still platformers, and you collected stuff, and you know, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, they were very much in that same vein, I suppose.
Yeah. I know my wife really liked the Ratchet and Clank games. She played through about 3 or 4 of those because we had those for the Super Nintendo as well. And I think maybe the last one was on PlayStation 1. I can't remember now.
The last one of which again?
The last Ratchet and Clank game that we got.
No, that would be on PlayStation 3, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago now.
Yeah, I think the first Ratchet and Clank game came out on PS2, and it was like the most of the series is on PS2, like the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And then they made some PS2 games as well, or sorry, PS3 games as well.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't really play any of those anymore. We used to have the, PlayStation or the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation 2 or 3 or whatever. It's hooked up to the TV in the living room, right?
Yep.
And she would play those games sometimes, but she was remarkably thorough about it too. Like she was the ultimate completionist, always trying to finish every last little thing, right?
Yep.
She even played through Oblivion. And she hunted down and tracked down every little side quest and every Radiant quest and, explored every inch of the map. And it took her, like, a couple of months playing every day to complete the game once.
No kidding.
But by the time she completed the game once, she had literally explored everything, right?
Yep.
I think she completed the game more completely than I ever did.
Oh, more completely than I ever did, that's for sure. And I mean, like, I played that game for years and years and years and years and years. It was one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
See, this is why we carry the hammer around.
So you can hammer things.
Particularly undead guys.
Yes, because for some reason blunt weapons are better against zombies, eh?
That's right.
Who knows why, but...
Maybe it's a clerical thing.
Yeah, that's an old trope right back, dating right back to the 1970s. When the first Dungeons and Dragons games were released, right?
Yep.
Clerics can only use blunt weapons because spilling blood is wrong. But it's okay to bludgeon your enemies to death, right?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure too. If you strike somebody in the back of the head with a mace, they're gonna bleed.
Yeah, probably. But it was, it was game logic, right? You know what I mean? Like it was RPG gaming logic, and the fact that clerics could cast spells as well as use the same armor and weapons as a fighter, they had to balance that class somehow, right?
Yeah, well, maybe you could argue that it's a symbolic gesture.
Yeah. Although I think in later editions they pretty much ignored that convention anyways, right? You know, from what I've seen, at least even just from playing Baldur's Gate 3 on my PC, it looks to me like there's quite a mishmash of different character classes, and none of them really even resemble the old original archetypes that were created in the 70s, right? It's very different now. That was it?
That was it. That's the Den of Evil. We went and we killed everything in the Den of Evil, then we go and talk to What's-Her-Nuts. And she's like, here, take a skill point. And I think she also gives us a ring or something? I can't remember. No, maybe she just gives us a skill point.
Oh.
Anyways, we take all of our shit and we sell it all to her. We'll sell that axe, we'll sell that mace, we'll sell that, sell that, sell that. We'll sell that too. Make people cringe.
I don't know. What was it that you sold?
A rejuvenation potion.
Oh.
Every time you sell a rejuvenation potion, a small baby cries.
Oh. Why did you sell it then?
Because I don't use them. So we have minus 75% defense, and I think we're almost at the point now where every time I improve conviction, it's going to improve by like 1 point. The next step is 77. I think the max I could ever get for defense reduction is like 95. I might throw another point into it, but...
Sounds to me like at the progression rate that you have, you'll play through this game another 64 times before you get to that point.
Looks like, okay, so it's going to be 2% per level, so it's at 77% defense, and then it'll be 79. It's not... It's still worth investing in right now, especially if we're not using them all full time. But eventually it's going to get to the point where it's like 1 point per level. And while I'll still eventually max it out, it won't be worth it at some point to keep progressing with it. And we'll want the extra damage instead from putting points into something else like redemption. I don't think there's anything worthwhile in here still. Weapons? Damage? Damage? Give me damage? There's nothing high damage in here at all. All of this is crap. It's all crap. Okay, so we got that done now, and we actually probably should just use the portal to get back.
Because what do you got to do now?
Well, now we gotta go kill Bloodraven again.
Oh.
You remember that, right?
No, I don't, actually.
Oh, okay, well, she's like the rogue from the first game,
oh,
apparently.
Right, yeah, okay, I remember that now.
Yeah. And we gotta go kill her again. But this time, she's gonna be somewhat deadly, so she's gonna kill our hireling over and over again, probably. That's a boss pack. Let's see if we can get in there and kill them. I think one of them is extra strong cold enchanted.
Oh.
We'll just feed our man a potion there. so he doesn't drop. Yeah, extra strong, cold enchanted. But the small ones will take you out just as quickly as the big one will because of the frost damage. So... yeah, what is... look at that. Buddy's resistances are still 47 everything.
Is that good?
Yeah, it is actually. It means he had like 87% resist all before we went into this difficulty.
Oh.
Part of that is probably... no, he's not even using that resistance weapon anymore because I swapped it out for a damage weapon. I'm actually not sold on the extra damage that this hammer does, but it does also subtract minus 25 from enemy defense.
Oh.
Like minus 25% of their defense, which means that they basically have no defense against us. Because we also have a conviction aura, right? And there's blah blah lady, just chilling out there in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, what does she do?
Oh, if you haven't done the Den of Evil yet, she tells you to turn back, at which case you can just give her the finger and move on anyways.
Oh.
And if you have done the Den of Evil, then, yeah.
She just stands there and says nothing?
She's like, oh, you should be careful, because the evil is strong ahead, and then you're just like, yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it, lady. Is there... oh, yeah. I totally forgot that, ooh, ouch. That hurts. We'll let Buddy in there. Take care of that guy.
Looks like he's died.
Well, that's because there's another boss pack beating on him, too.
Yeah, well, not anymore, because he's dead. He's dead, Jim.
What is she? Extra strong. Wow, there's a lot of extra strong here.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You need to go back to town and get your buddy
That
back.
hurt quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do... that. There. Hey, give me Buddy. No, I don't care what your Rogue Scouts found. We need Buddy. There we go. Lots of extra strong enemies, but that's why we have all the 700 hit points, right? Because those extra strong enemies just do a total number on you.
Yep. Wow, your buddy's almost dead again already.
I know, and he's only been hit a few times. But extra strong is super deadly. You know what the worst is? Extra strong cursed. Because they do double damage, and then they do double damage again, right? Because they're also cursed. So that's one that you gotta watch out for, is extra strong cursed. Because that could even kill us. We're tough, we're tanky, but we're not that tanky. There, that solves that problem, and that's worth a decent amount of experience, actually. But now we gotta come back to this. And kill that guy. Oh, there's a shaman up there. Yeah, we'll come back and grab the Scroll of Town portal too. We're kind of going at a leisurely pace right now, but I guess that's fine. Oh, look, another boss. What is she? Cold Enchanted Cursed. Really? Why did we get all the worst ones?
Oh. You're totally gonna die.
Yo, the cold enchantment is bad, right?
Yeah.
And then the cursed means that even the fallen ones that hit us, they do extra like double damage as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we actually just died.
You died.
There we go. We actually died.
Yep.
We'll go resurrect our guy. There you go, that's our first death this playthrough. That's totally my fault for being negligent, though.
Now what do you gotta do?
I gotta find my corpse.
Oh.
They're all standing near my corpse. Thankfully, we can run around for days and days and days, because we have all that stamina.
Uh-huh.
Pick up our shit, our guy will go and die again. But he bought us the time we needed to get our shit back.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Then you're...
Yeah, I probably should have pulled back there earlier, because I know how dangerous Cursed is because of the double damage, but I wanted to see if I could cut them off, like pick them off one by one, because they have this cold damage, right?
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna make it this time either.
Yeah, I'll see if I can kill this fallen one, because he's kind of still building up the damage on me while I'm trying to kill them. But we'll see. So, there's one. Target the weaker one. It's the cold damage that really does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of get slowed down, and then they can just hit you over and over again. But it is what it is. Good thing we're not playing hardcore difficulty, because that would have been the end of the playthrough right there.
Wow.
Yeah, this is actually why, if we had the cannot be frozen magic effect, that would be good.
Oh.
You can get that by putting shale and an F into a shield. But we actually don't have a... Oh, those are some socketed shields, but... wonder if either of those has two sockets. Two-socket tower shield. And the bone shield is... what? Two-socket bone shield defense 26. Two-socket tower shield defense 22, so... if we ever wanted to make a shale F shield, we'd use that bone shield to do it. We'll just kind of carry that with us.
But then you'd have to figure out some other way to do damage, because you can't swing your hammer when you've got a shield, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is I've been considering for a while as to whether or not we should use a shield for the rest of the playthrough, because if we were using a shield there, we definitely would not have died. Because we would have had a 75% chance to block, right?
Oh, now you got somebody helping you, or what?
Unintentionally, but I guess that's kind of how it's going. I just wanted to kill those fallen ones, though, because they're, like, interfering with what I'm doing while I'm cold. So... the curse is bad enough, but the extra enemies attacking you at once, too, that's what will get you. Especially because we get stunned often enough when she hits us, because she does enough damage to stun us. Because of the curse. We'll bring Buddy back again. Oop. Buddy, there we go. See, that's why we pick up all this shit and sell it, though, because we gotta resurrect Buddy now and then.
He's gonna resign pretty soon. He's gonna get tired of getting killed all the time.
Ah, it's his job to get killed. That's why we paid him 15,000 gold. Which suddenly doesn't seem like enough, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. But yeah, it was kind of like my lack of caution that caused my death there, as well as my lack of, because we've been away from this for a couple of weeks, too.
Yep. Took a little break from it so that we could pursue some other side projects.
Yep. But if we'd kept going at it and I'd been more up to speed here, and then we probably would have been fine.
Yep. And one of those side projects, of course, was the Tyrion thing.
Yep. Which is still ongoing.
Yep.
But it won't take long at the rate that I'm completing that game.
Yep. Well, I posted episode 1 of that last week, I believe, and later today I was going to post episode 2.
Yeah, and I think we've got 3 episodes total done now?
Yep. Yeah, we got one more recorded that'll go up next week.
There, so that takes care of all the scary boss monsters in the area for now.
Yeah. And of course, we also started a brand new football franchise.
Yep.
And with the Birmingham Magicians in Madden 05.
There we go.
And we are due to record our first regular season game with them.
Yep. Yeah, it's been tough going with them, too, because we have this new custom slider set to make the game harder.
Yep.
You had 20 drop passes in one game.
Yep, in one of our games, and we lost that game, I had 19 drop passes in that game. And when you look at the statistics at the end of the game, actually the best wide receiver on the team dropped 5 passes on his own, right?
Yep.
And then I think I had 2 other players that had 4 drop passes each. And then a handful of other players that all had 1 or 2, right? So, and the total number of drop passes in the game stats was 19, which is the most that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen that many drop passes before either, but I guess that's the cupcake factor compounding the sliders.
Yeah, that's right, because we have the quarterback accuracy and wide receiver catching sliders turned down just a little bit, just so that we're not dropping 50 points on everybody we play, right?
Yep.
And as it turns out, I didn't even manage to score 20 points in that game just because, like nobody could catch, right?
I think these sell for a bit of money.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember if they sell for money. I think they sell for money. We'll see.
That being said, though, we did manage to go through a 3-1 preseason, although 2 of those wins were pretty close things too, right?
Oop, I didn't want to go down there. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We gotta find what's her nuts.
Join my army of the dead.
Her?
Yep.
Wow. Wow, you don't seem to be doing much damage.
That's because she has, like, 500% extra health.
Oh. In fact, she's traveled far enough that you've attracted the attention of another pack of enemies.
Oh, that's fine. We just need to stay in here and keep whacking her. And feeding our hireling healing potions. Make sure he doesn't drop. He did his job, which was to distract that initial big horde.
Oh.
Just make sure we don't get surrounded there. Because that would be bad. Kind of string these guys down here. Come on. Come on. It's kind of pointless to kill the zombies too, because she'll just make more. You just gotta try to separate her out from them. And if you do enough damage for her, then she'll start to run around a whole bunch. And then you can just kind of keep going. Okay, well that was the last potion in the belt. We'll just go back to be safe here, and then we'll get our hireling back here too, because he'll help distract all those guys. I had to feed him like half a belt of potions to make him survive that pack.
Wow.
So he keep them occupied, and then we can finish killing her. And feed him another half a pack of potions.
Yeah, because he's almost dead already.
Yeah, that takes care of her. And lots of these will drop now because she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
All the money. Wow, that's a really, really crappy weapon for this point. And then I guess there's all these guys to deal with now. Come on, buddy, hang in there. Don't die to those guys. He's gonna die to those guys. God damn it. Now we gotta resurrect Buddy again.
Good day.
I'm feeding him potions like crazy, man. Trying to keep him on his feet. Nope, you're not going. There we go. We'll pop down here and let Buddy heal up a little bit there.
Yeah. The nameless hireling, right?
Oh, he has a name. His name is Gulzar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We just never really pay attention to it much because you know, his job is to stand there and
well, you don't really pay too much.
Die.
You don't pay too much attention to lore type stuff here anyway, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Mostly that. We got another amulet there. Ratha's collar. Do I have any more of that set? No, it would tell me if I did. But anyways, we can do these side dungeons here. Although I'm not sure that we'll get any decent number of experience points for doing so. See, the penalty for dying in this game is not as severe as it is in Diablo 1.
Oh.
Because, in Diablo 1, you drop, like, all of your shit on the floor.
Yeah.
Right, whereas in this game, you just kind of drop your corpse. You gotta get your corpse back. Who's that? Another extra strong enemy. But we've rolled extra strong on every single boss spawn so far. You know that?
Yeah. So what's that big R in the top left corner? Oh, okay, that's the,
that's your background image.
That's your background image.
Anti-crash screen, so that I don't have to edit out the desktop. for the next time that this game decides to crash, although it never did crash after that one episode.
Yeah.
So I have no idea why it crashed on that one episode, but it did, and then it never crashed again. It must just be an Act 5 thing, because I've never seen this game crash before, just about. Like, it does sometimes, but it's very, very rare. So that was a big surprise when this game crashed. Yeah, okay, we'll just drink that down, because that's useless. But yeah, I don't know, cursed enemies and extra strong enemies, they can do like 250 points of damage a hit, right? Or up to, at this point. And so you've really got to watch your health, because normally we can let our health drop to like really, really low because we have 738 hit points.
Yeah.
But if we're up against an extra strong enemy right now, if they hit us like once or twice, we could die right now. So you've got to be careful about that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wouldn't be able to play this way because I don't have the tolerance for always having my health so low, you know? In almost any type of game like this, or even more modern ones, you know, like Skyrim or Fallout 4 or whatever, as soon as I get hurt a little bit, I always heal, right? You know, I try to keep my health as full as possible all the time.
Well, you kind of just have to accept that your health is going to drain anyways.
Yeah, in this game, obviously.
Okay, they have Fanaticism Aura, so that means they have increased attack speed and increased chance to hit. Who's the boss? That guy's the boss. And increased damage, but it's not super duper increased damage, it's just somewhat increased damage. Let's see if I can kill this guy before they kill my buddy there. But yeah, this game, it's basically either you use your health as your resource as a paladin here, or you constantly are out of mana all the time. That's also really annoying.
Oh.
And I mean, I guess if I were using a skill like Zeal, the mana cost on that is always 2. And so you can get to a point where your mana regeneration regenerates more than 2 after you're, say, like level 50 or so, and so that skill would be somewhat free to use. Until you run into a mana-stealing enemy that reduces your mana to 0, and then it's like, oh shit, I needed a mana potion now after all. And then you have to carry around mana potions, and it's just like, ah, fuck that idea. Plus, on top of that, too, eventually with the problem with Zeal, and the reason why I don't make Zeal builds for my paladins anymore is, yeah, you have the faster attack rate and everything, but unless you find, like, a really, really decent weapon, you're not going to do enough damage to kill most things. Right? On Hell difficulty, you just won't do enough damage, whereas with this type of build, you will always do enough damage to kill things. It's just a matter of, you know, you kind of have to go slow sometimes, because you don't really have any area control, like area effect, area... Oh, man, my terminology is just so off today. I'm tired today, damn it, because I did a whole shitload of working out today, so that's my excuse. But yeah, basically, we're trying to use the, like, plus, I think it's 500 or 630% damage here so far, in order to compensate for the fact that enemies have so many hit points and are so tough, right? So they might have 550% extra hit points, but we do 630% extra damage, kind of thing. And it's really hard to get a damage buff like that in any other way, right? One other thing we could have done for a character build is to make a vengeance type character build, which is to use this skill here. But I think damage-wise, sacrifice and vengeance actually balance out with each other in the end, pretty much. They're within a couple of points of each other, or a couple percentage points of each other, build-wise. And personally, I'd rather just use sacrifice because, you know, then I don't have to manage mana at all. But again, the main thing here is actually going to be whether or not we have to drop the two-handed weapon act eventually and go to a shield or not. Because again, if we'd have had a shield during that extra strong cursed encounter there, we probably wouldn't have died. We probably would have been fine. But it is what it is.
You need a supply of holy hand grenades or something for that situation.
Well, it's more just like if you have the shield with the 75% chance to block and everything else, then you're basically just impossible to kill. Because nothing can hit you, right?
Yeah.
And then if you have, say, about 500 hit points on top of that, we'd probably take significantly less damage using a shield than we are even now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I wanted to do a two-handed weapon build for this playthrough just because, you know, the whole shield thing gets boring, right? And also, you can't do as much damage with the one-handed weapon builds anyways. And if you use a shield, then you have to have at least, I think, 137 points of dexterity in order to maintain max block with the Holy Shield ability up at level 20. And it's just like, I can't be asked.
Yeah.
Because dexterity is just a point sponge in this game, right? Because the problem with dexterity is that every time you level up, your chance to block goes down. I don't know why they designed it that way, it is how it is. Every time you level up, your chance to block goes down. So then you have to put more points into your dexterity in order to make your chance to block go up again.
Oh well. Anyway, that was a old reference, actually, the holy hand grenade.
Yeah, that was a Monty Python reference.
Yeah. Did you ever see that? Monty Python and
maybe
the
once
Holy Grail?
long ago.
Where the guy is explaining how the hand grenade is to be employed. And it's like, you pull the pin, but before you pull the pin, the guy's about to pull the pin, you must remember after you pull the pin to count to 3. 3 shall be the number that you count to, not 4 and not 2.
Ooh. Ouch.
And so on. And he goes on like that for like a couple of minutes, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's another extra strong cursed enemy there too. We have terrible luck with these extra strong cursed enemies. Sell that, sell that, sell that.
Yeah.
We'll keep that. But there's probably some other stuff I can sell in here. Like this.
Yeah, I think that movie's on Tubi right now, actually. I'll have to watch that again someday. It was really
be good to watch.
It was
again.
funny, yeah. It was what they call absurd humor, right? You know?
Yeah, extra strong and cursed. Extra strong cursed is the worst. Well, that's a scepter plus to everything. Does it regenerate? No, it doesn't. It doesn't repair itself. If I pick up a shield at some point here... Oh, I just had a shield in my inventory, but... If I pick up a shield at some point here, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in regards to, like, dexterity and blocking.
Yeah, well, you haven't worked on dexterity at all, right? Like, your character is basically the guy who stubs his toe all the time and,
Yep.
you know, steps on the banana peel or trips over stuff or...
Yeah, we rely completely and totally on my combat abilities in order to hit things. We have... Our base chance to hit is 52 without all these special abilities. So it's pretty trash. But if I take this shield that I've been carrying around, that I'm still carrying around, and I do that, you can see our base chance to block is 2%. Right? And it actually started at something like 20% when we were level 1. But because we've leveled up 46 times without increasing dexterity, it actually decreases our chance to block.
Well, there's not much point in trying to change your ways now. I think you're pretty much committed to one particular style now, right?
Well, I mean, I could always respec the character into something else if I need to. If we actually reach a point where we fail to make progress.
Oh, I see. So it's sort of like getting all your perk points refunded so you can spend them in a different way? Okay.
Yeah. But the thing about dexterity is, and part of the reason why I wanted to try to make a build avoiding dexterity is it's just a massive point sponge. I mean, looking at what we have right now, imagine if 100 points of vitality were in dexterity. Right? Like, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of hit points that we don't have either. Right? Just to make using a shield maximally effective. And other characters have it even worse. Like, oh man, I don't even know how people can play other character classes in this game because they don't have the special abilities that a Paladin has with a shield.
Well, I saw the Sweater Vest Gamer playing this game a while back, and he was playing some kind of wizard guy that would raise skeletons, so he would just run around and stay away from everything and let his raised skeletons kill everything for him. Right?
Yeah, he plays a necromancer.
Yeah.
But, you know, the thing about, like, melee characters, because you know me, I like to play melee combat characters. I'm dogmatically committed to melee weapons, right? I guess we'll take that and throw it in the stash, too. But, you know, I'm dogmatically committed to, like, melee weapons and melee combat and that kind of thing. And the thing about that is with other characters, you need, like, 200 points of dexterity in order to get max block on a shield. Like, 75% block. And it's just ridiculous, right? Like, imagine if you had to invest 200 points into dexterity instead of vitality. You might be able to block almost everything, but anything you don't block will almost kill you in one hit. Right? And then you gotta realize, too, that you gotta combine that with the Paladin's lack of hit points, because he has one of the lowest hit point growth totals out of any other character class in the game as well, right? And so by ignoring dexterity, what I'm trying to do is get ahead in the hit point game so that things don't one-shot me when we get to hell difficulty. Yeah.
Seems to me like the other characters probably have other ways of balancing the things out so that if you were preferred a different play method and you were as good at that play method as you are at this one, then you'd probably do just as well.
Actually, this game is heavily oriented in general towards ranged and spellcasting characters, and heavily oriented against melee characters, right?
So if anything, you'd do better then.
I would for sure do better. What is that guy? Teleportation to Stone Skin? He's not so bad. Because, like, in fact, actually, pre-patch, there used to be curses that you could get. You know, remember when we went into Diablo's Sanctuary there and killed Diablo?
Okay, yeah.
Well, in Diablo's Sanctuary there, the Oblivion Knights, the ones that cast spells, used to also be able to cast a curse on you called Iron Maiden. And what Iron Maiden does is it reflects, like, a certain percentage of the amount of damage that you do back onto yourself.
Oh, so it doesn't play loud power metal into your headphones or anything?
No, no, no. No, it just kills you. Because if we take this axe, for example, we do 341 to 758 points of damage. And if that got reflected back on me, well, I only have 399 out of 744 hit points right now.
Yeah.
So if I were to hit an enemy that had Iron Maiden on them, I'd for sure die. Right? And that's basically what happens, is you hit it, if you play this game on an older patch, you'll be playing through things, trying to get through Terror's lair there, and then you'll run into an enemy with Iron Maiden, and then you'll kill yourself. And it just made, in my opinion, it just made melee combat characters damn near unplayable, right? And that's why you have so many weird things, like you could build a paladin who only throws out blessed hammers, for example. Like it's a magic spell that makes a hammer that circles you in a big wide circle.
Okay.
And but it's basically playing a caster, Ben, at that point.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And it's just like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want to be a caster. I want to smash things in the face with a weapon. That's what I've always done. That's what I like to do. That's what I'm good at. And so it's like the absolute worst playstyle you can play in this game is a melee combat character. But I like it. Although actually, the most popular type of melee combat character, I think, is like there's Zealers who are very gear dependent. There's you could be a smiter where you only shield bash things. Yeah, that guy is doing a bit of damage. Fire enchanted. Or you could be oh, that's a double boss pack there. That's nasty. Let's make sure that our hireling stays on his feet there. use the hammer too here, because I totally forgot to use the hammer. But amazingly though too, our buddy there has like 2,500 defense. We only had like 700 defense. But he still gets the crap kicked out of him, right? It's mainly because he doesn't have a shield.
Need to give him a shield for each hand.
Ooh, look at that. That's a unique item. That's a unique maul.
And you can't carry anymore.
That is a unique maul that does a shitload of damage.
Oh. So you gonna trade it out or what?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I think we have enough strength to use it. It only requires 50 strength, huh? Oh, requirements minus 50%. That's a really good find. That's a huge damage boost. And it's got an increased attack speed.
Well, you better equip it then.
Yeah. So now we do 1,133 to 1,679 points of damage. Imagine that with, what the fuck's it called? With Iron Maiden getting cast on you. That would suck. What? Yeah, so now we can swing that pretty fast. That was a really good find for us. That was an amazing weapon find. So yeah, okay, we had our first death this time, but we also found that amazing weapon. I'm gonna go and take our old maul and throw it back in the stash here.
If you found a better one, why are you keeping that one?
I don't know, I hoard items and it won't sell for that much. Because it's actually just a normal maul that's socketed. With a pretty low level rune word. It's just... The only reason we're using that malice rune word weapon is because it reduces enemy defense, which means that they're easier to hit.
So now you need to rig this one up.
Well, basically for this one, because we found this, I'm just going to keep pouring points into Conviction until I max it out now, and I'm not going to worry about our damage. Because we just doubled our damage output. We actually don't even need that axe anymore either. Because this hammer just obsoleted both of them. But we do definitely need the help with the chance to hit still, so we'll focus on investing points into that. There you go, maybe we don't need to switch to one-handed weapon and shield after all. Now that we found this thing. Because we'll kill everything so quickly now. Especially with the ability to swing faster, but that way when we're cold, we won't get stun locked so badly. Of course, we still hurt ourselves with this weapon. And we hurt ourselves quite a bit. What's 8% of 1,000? That's like 80 points, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing like 80 to 120 points of damage per swing to ourselves. But then we lifesteal some of that back. So I think lifestealing is at reduced effectiveness now too. But because of that, I'm going to have to make sure that my health stays above 100 points. Because the order of how it's applied is negative lifesteal is applied first, and then positive lifesteal is applied after. And so if we were to actually let our health fall super low and then strike an enemy, we would kill ourselves. By hitting them, of course. And once we get more and more vitality, this won't be as bad to use. But until then, we just carry a lot of healing potions on us and just suck them back as we need them. Okay, that guy is... Spectral hit something enchanted. Fire enchanted. And Buddy's getting killed there, so I guess I better go help him out. See, it's better if they focus on him because he has the higher defense rating. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he's impervious to damage, but they're less likely to hit him if they hit him. So like they might have like a 25% chance to hit him, but they probably have a 46% chance to hit us, right? Because we have a lower defense rating than him.
Oh.
And part of that is he has his aura, and then he also has the ability to equip way heavier armor than us because he has a higher strength rating.
Oh. Did you just level up recently?
I did, yeah. I was working on my strength. I might keep putting a little bit into strength, but for now I think actually I might want to focus on vitality. Make us a little bit harder to kill. Get us up to that 800 hit point threshold. Man, am I picking up like all the crap in the world or what? Apparently. And we're out of identify scrolls. But it was worth it coming through here because we got that hammer. And I can get some more points in conviction, and now we're at that 1 point per point threshold for enemy defense. But because we don't have any dexterity, we're going to put up with that crappy increase and just keep going anyways. Here we go, killing ourselves with this hammer here. That's why our health is going down so quick, because we're hitting things so hard that our life stealing can't keep up.
Oh.
Because I think I only have like 6% life steal right now or something like that. I don't even think I have a reason to pick up that axe.
Wow, you
I can't even pick up the ring.
Yeah.
We'll drink that stamina potion, take the ring back with us.
Greetings.
Sell that, sell that. Buy 20 of those. Fire resistance 5%. That's not very good. We can do better. Sell that, sell that. Throw that in the stash. Yeah, and actually, a big chunk of our armor class, too, just comes from the fact that we have Buddy there with us.
Mm-hmm.
Without his effect, we only have an armor class of 296, so everything would have like a 60% chance to hit us. So we're almost kind of like a melee glass cannon at this point. We do shitloads of damage, but everything hits us. Oh yeah, did I clear out? No, I didn't clear out the cube, damn it. Clear out the cube too. Keep forgetting to do that. But the thing about that is, though, is for all the extra strong cursed enemies we encounter where armor class might benefit us, I don't want to sacrifice general magic resistance, because you saw how later in the game there's a shitload of magic damage that just gets thrown at you, right?
Yeah.
And so I'd rather have the ability to resist all of that damage than and deal with a couple of extra strong cursed enemies on my own than have to figure out a way around all that range damage. I don't think you'd find a way around it, to be honest. I think you'd just die. You've got to have your maxed out resistances. But we're making pretty short work of these guys now with that new hammer. We're making pretty short work of ourselves, but we're making pretty short work of them too.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any limit to the amount of healing potions that you can find or acquire in this game anyways, so...
Nope. Yeah, no, it's just like the original Diablo that way. The only difference is the overtime healing thing. Which, again, is more of an annoyance than anything else.
Yeah, I'm not really fond of that idea either.
A lot of people look at it as like a game balance thing, and I don't know. I don't think that Diablo 1 was particularly broken because it had instant healing potions. In fact, I think I had enough near-death scenarios in that game when I played through it to just show that, you know, like, you can have a perfectly challenging game with instant healing potions. But, you know, because this game, Diablo 2, did overtime healing potions, every other game in the future would do overtime healing potions.
Yeah.
For like the next 20 years.
You know what? Even a game like Oblivion had instant healing potions in it, right? And that game, the way that the level scaling is done is that you get to a certain point, like around level 20-ish or thereabouts, and suddenly the difficulty curve goes vertical, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a little while until you catch up again. And, you know, if it wasn't for, you know, instant healing potions, you wouldn't be able to make it, right?
Well, it's a design decision, and, you know, like, I guess, like, they were trying to encourage people to find other ways to heal themselves, like life-stealing or using the redemption ability here or things like that, but, I don't know. I personally also just prefer the instant healing potions. I've always preferred that. See, now I'm sucking back healing potions as part of my offensive strategy, just so that I can continue hitting things. Cursed and Cold Enchanted. That's a bad one. Ooh, Buddy's about to die. Oh, Buddy just did die because that guy blew up. He exploded when he died and took Buddy with him.
Hello.
That's okay, we'll resurrect Buddy again. How many times has Buddy died this episode?
I don't know, a lot. On average, probably about every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a lot that he's died.
Yeah.
We found a shield, a special shield, and it does extra chance to block, and extra fast blocking, and lightning resistant, poison resistant. We're just gonna sell it. And then we found this Dole rune. And I don't even know... The only rune word I know is actually pretty much Malice. I know a couple other ones like Shale Eth and Ralort Tal and a couple of those, but I don't know many of the rune words. I've never really learned many of the rune words. And I've never been a big crafting guy in this game, even though it has crafting. Because I can't be asked to keep a web browser open and look up all those damn cube recipes, right?
Yeah, it was tough enough in Diablo 1 to just keep the thing open with the shrine listings, right?
Yeah, I kept forgetting that even. It's like we found some socketed, oh, it's only one socket, damn it. I was gonna say we found some socketed ghost armor there, maybe we could get an AC upgrade, and it's like, no. Because it's only got one socket in it. And it's also crappier than our current armor, too. And another charm. Plus 15 defense. We're gonna be struggling to pick things up with all these charms.
You're gonna have so many. You're gonna have so many. Wow, look at that. Well, not only that, but every time you open a chest or kill an enemy, it's like a hailstorm of items too, right?
Yep. Well, that's because we're playing on Players 8, right? So it drops like 8 times the amount of items that it normally would. You know, we can actually start swapping some of these out. Throw them in the fucking cube. There. Oop, what did I just pick up there? Random chain boots? I don't want those chain boots.
Yeah, you can't carry anymore anyway.
I know, but I don't want to carry anymore. It's just every time I click somewhere, he tries to pick up an item. I actually just want the money, so that I can resurrect Buddy over and over again. Probably throw this maul in there too, so that I can pick up things a little bit easier. I think that's... No, we've got a little tiny area back there still. But I just figured we'd go through here and try to clear out these areas and look for drops and whatever else.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we did, because we ended up getting this weapon here.
So did you have a particular goalpost in mind for this episode, or...?
Oh, no, not really. At this point, we're just trying to make progress and kick the can down the road, so to speak. I don't think that sword is worth anything either. But we'll identify it now that we've picked it up and throw it in the stash. You got it. I was trying to move here, and then I randomly picked up this sword because that's where I clicked. Right? There's so many items on the ground, I just about can't click on the ground without accidentally picking up an item.
Yeah.
Nope. Guess we missed some guys. But yeah, the higher we get our vitality to, the more we will benefit from the healing bonus of a double effective healing potion. Because that's all a percentage chance-based thing based on what your vitality is, right? But now that we've cleared that out, we can go and, oh yeah, I guess we did actually complete that quest this time, because we had to talk to What's-Her-Nuts to resurrect Buddy like 5 times.
Oh.
So there you go, I don't think we even technically completed that quest on normal, because I don't think we ever talked to her again. Because she was going to try to jam a rogue hireling down my throat, but now that we have Buddy here, she can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, see, we just chew through them with this hammer. I love it. Want to get that circlet, though. Well, Buddy is... No, I don't. It ended up being garbage. Okay, we've got cold damage here. Cold damage is, like, terrible for melee characters, right? Because when you're slow, you can't do fuck all. No, I don't know why I keep drinking healing potions. That's the bad thing about taking a break. We could be using our redemption every time I'm drinking a healing potion after battle, but instead I'm just like, oh, I'll just drink a healing potion after battle instead of using redemption.
Oh. So did you pick... Oh, there's a rune there.
Yeah, Sol rune. I believe there's a rune word for that, too. Not that I can remember it. May have used it at one point.
I can't carry any more shit.
Can't carry any more shit. Yeah, being able to kill everything in 2 hits is really nice. So I don't actually want to pick up any of that crap. It's just, again, there's so much crap dropping on the ground that it's hard to click around without picking it up. Anyways, now we need to find the Stony Field waypoint. Fire Enchanted Spectral Hit. It's also dangerous to fight undead with the amount of damage that we do, because we could kill ourselves on undead, since we do 1.5 times damage against the undead. We're gonna have to slow down there for a bit. We're running out of health from attacking things. I have some extra life-stealing rings and things in my stash that I could use, but
Yeah, you need to get up to like 100% lifesteal or something.
No, that's not possible. I think the highest I ever had on one character was like 30% lifesteal.
Yeah.
Which on Nightmare difficulty would be like, I think 20%, and on Hell it's like 15 or... Ooh, look at that, we found a shale room.
Wow. You know what? That would be like breaking the game to the point, kind of like in Oblivion, where you get 100% chameleon.
Oh, buddy's about to die there.
And then nothing can touch you. Right?
Come on, buddy. Get out of there.
Oh.
We found Raka, whatever the fuck his name is. Lightning enchanted motherfucker. He's extra strong, too. Man, that's so unlucky. I can't remember if the effects they spawn with on Nightmare are random or not. I'm pretty sure they are, and we're just, like, rolling extra strong all the time. Well, we've got more crap, and we can't pick up anymore. And we've got a lot of healing potions in our pack now, so... we actually have to go back to town again.
Good day.
Some more of this rune crap in there.
You need the bottomless pack or something.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna, like, kind of like...
Then instead of having to come back to town all the time, you could just load your stuff into your unlimited storage capacity cube or whatever, right?
I mean, we're kind of at a point now where I don't really need to be picking stuff up to pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Right? Because we have, like, a lot of money saved up, too, right? It's mostly just a habit at this point. And I guess we were lucky enough to find the steel driver here. I think that was everything in the cube, yeah.
The steel driver?
Yeah, see? Steel driver.
Oh, okay. I was having images of like a big, like, 300cc headed golf driver or something, like a big Bertha or something, right?
God. I think, too, we're gonna have to get rid of some of these healing potions. Drink that one. Fire resist. Okay, so it wasn't worth picking those up after all. Okay, so we found the stones. And even though we just need to hit the stones randomly in order to get them working, it won't let us. We have to go and find Cain again.
Oh.
Rescue his ass again. Instead, I'm gonna go look for the waypoint here. I think we're getting up there on time anyways, so we're gonna have to probably find the waypoint in order to continue for later. Those are extra fast undead.
Skeletons?
Yep. We'll just keep moving around here so that Buddy doesn't get trapped in all that mess. And more! Okay, those guys are cold resistant. Or cold enchanted. Look at that extra fast undead guy.
Seems to me like it would have been easier to just kill them in small numbers first instead of getting every monster within a mile to chase you all at the same time.
If I was interested in killing them. Although I might do it now. Oop, that's a boss there too. What is that guy? Man, we got like 3 boss packs here. This was a terrible idea. Oh, we've got cursed. That was terrible. We ended up getting Buddy killed. That's okay. Now, I was just looking for that waypoint because I thought it might have been over there. But now we got to pay the Buddy tax.
Yeah.
Buddy gets killed a lot.
Hello.
Oop, nope, we don't want to do that. Cancel. Cancel. Yeah, she's who we go to in order to reset our stats and respec.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know who was cursed in there, but somebody was cursed in there, and that's what ended up killing Buddy.
So can you actually change classes with that, or is it just respecking within the same class?
Just respecking within the same class. Although, if you think about it, there's a lot of different ways you can play this class, right?
Oh. So you can't respec and become an Amazon or something then, right?
No. Okay, so it was
the sorcerer guy that raises the skeletons and that kind of thing.
Nope. Although we could respec into a hammered in, although I'm not going to. I have no experience playing that kind of class, and I have no idea how to play that kind of class. Because I don't play casters. There you go, and just like that, that big horde of enemies is gone. And we found a thing. It's a fancy rune scepter there with +1 redemption and +1 zeal.
Oh. How does that work? Do you equip it like a weapon?
Yep. Because it is a weapon.
Oh.
See, it's just like any other,
Oh, okay.
It actually appears like a mace.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, that's
so it's like a one-handed weapon then.
That's right, yeah. And that's like our class-specific weapon. If we were doing sword and board, we'd probably be using a lot of scepters instead of swords. Because, you know, Paladin is kind of like a cleric, I guess. Except, of course, you know, we could just use a big, massive, like, hammer here too, right?
Yeah, just grind your enemies into paste.
Yep. Well, imagine that too. Imagine how many hit points these things have. We're doing like up to like 1,600 points of damage per hit now, and it still takes me 2 hits to kill things. Sometimes 3. Right? So everything here has a shitload of hit points. And that's the consequence of playing on Player's 8 difficulty, right? Well, we found the thing that is like, hey, you need to go and do the,
You need to go and do the thing?
the tower thing with the Countess. It kills people.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm fighting with these things. I'm just decided to pick a fight with these things randomly.
Level farming?
No, not really. We're not going to get any valuable experience from any of these things, right? It's mostly just, you know, if they're together in large numbers, then they're dangerous. So if you can thin them out a little bit, then you can kind of run around here and try to find the thing that we're supposed to find, which is the... what the fuck's it called? Waypoint. Oh, we've got a boss there. Who just died, I think. We just steamrolled that boss. That's not a particularly tough type of enemy, though. That's not surprising. That the boss of that type of enemy would also be weak. Yeah, the problem with this is I have no idea where on the map the waypoint is. We could end up exploring the whole goddamn map and not find the waypoint.
Yeah. Well, this is sort of like that thing where if you are lucky and you go in the right direction, you'll find it right away, kind of thing.
That's right, yeah. And if you're not lucky, then you have to like explore the whole goddamn map. There's a charm. Found another charm. Is there another guy over here? Raises things. Maybe up in this corner of the map? We'll see. This is a really weird map design, but yeah, it was up here. Do these two things connect, or is there just like a giant wall separating these things? Like there's like this little thin passage, maybe that connects? No? There's no shortcut way back. We have to walk all the way back around. How are we doing on time? We're about an hour 20.
Yeah.
So I'll probably wrap this up before too long. Because I think it'll take me a bit of a while to get through the dark passage here, depending on what we encounter. It could be an easy dark passage, or if we encounter a whole shitload of like extra strong curse things, then I'll have to go extra slow. Right? So, you know, and with the increased number of boss spawns that you might have noticed we get on Nightmare, it could be slow going quite a bit, right? Like we could be encountering a boss monster every 2 steps. Or not. It just kind of depends on how it goes, right? So I think I'll just do a little bit of, oh, look at that, plus 25 hit points. Well, we're getting our we've gotten 800 hit points through charms.
Wow.
And the thing about that, too, is once you get those hit point charms, you're reluctant to let go of them because they do make you significantly harder to kill, right? Oh, that one's worthless. That one can get sold. Nobody wants a plus whatever dexterity charm. I think that's what that was. Yeah, plus 1 mana charm. Nobody wants a plus 1 mana charm. So I'm just going to kind of run around here for a little while and just see what else we can find for drops before I got to go back to town. Yeah, again, undead are bad because, particularly skeletons, because lifesteal doesn't work on them.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta wait for my health to regen here now, too, so before I can hit anything. Because remember, the disadvantage of this steel driver thing is that we still do the 8% damage to ourselves.
Yeah, you might be able to hit the ball further, but there's drawbacks, right?
Yeah, well, you can kill yourself. It effectively renders the last, I guess, 200 hit points that we have useless. Since that's how much damage we do. Whereas, yeah, I guess before, probably the last, like, 80 hit points that we had were useless. But I never really let my health drop that low anyways, because everything here can do probably in the neighborhood of, like, 80 points of damage just by hitting you, right? But yeah, we'll probably hit like 1,000 hit points before we ever even get out of nightmare difficulty here, right? And that'll be kind of like the baseline for going into hell. You need like at least 1,000 hit points.
Oh, did you just find the waypoint there finally?
No, I found it a while ago.
Oh.
I'm gonna sell that scepter though, because it doesn't increase the skills that we want it to increase. And then, there's Thulrune there. If we could find a decently strong one-handed weapon, I might use one. Or at least just keep it on my Switch. So that does 9 to 44, but I don't think we've ever actually found a decently strong one-handed weapon. But I will, just for the hell of it, take that bone shield there and that shale ethrune and probably put those in there, right? We've got an ethrune here somewhere, and then shale, and then we'll have cannot be frozen. And we could use that, say, against the Duriel fight on this difficulty. That might be nice. Because getting frozen sucks. Yeah, and we've got 4% life-stealing ring there. I don't know. We'll have to scrape by and see what we can do for all of our resistances and everything else, too. Because that's always a problem. And it's going to continue to be a problem. It'd be nice if we found a double-socketed helmet that we could stick some stuff in to increase our resistances. We might lose that life-stealing on the helmet there, but I guess it would be what it is by now. And I think I still got this thing to sell. Yeah, 20,000 gold for a piece of leather armor.
Wow. Well, everything's inflated, right?
Yep. But I think that is going to be just about it for this episode. I think I'm just going to fill my belt so that I don't forget to do it next time. And then we'll call it a day.
Is there like some kind of shortcut that you have for doing that?
Yeah, it's a shift right click.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll
I
buy...
wondered, because it wasn't like you were dragging them one at a time into your belt. It was like...
Yeah, I just like mass buy them all at once. And it's just shift right click. And then it's like shift, or it's control click to sell things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right, if I buy something worthless from her, like, I don't know, this random 500 gold mace, and then I control left click it, then I can sell it instantly. And, yeah. But we also have a lot of crap in here that we will never use again, that I just collect. Right? I guess that's kind of the disadvantage of having the stash mod here, is you just kind of collect stuff.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
It's just like the workbench in Fallout 4, right? You know, like I keep putting stuff in there that I don't use until eventually I've got 500 of a particular item stored, right?
Yeah, well, it's either, so like, in the original game, you would just use multiple characters in order to store items. And I have multiple copies of this game, right? So even if I was playing on, like, Battle.net back in the day, I could, like, load up my multiple CD keys and, like, do my multiple character thing and just stash items for myself, right?
Yeah.
But, it's just a pain in the ass way to work around things.
Yeah.
But in any case, I guess that's enough Diablo 2 for this time.
Alright, well, I guess until next time.
I'm RecV5.
I'm Sandman99.
Have a good one.